Hey Pisces, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your energy check for October 25th through November 1st. Check this out. I have a completely different card wrapped up in here, and it's the Queen of Wands. So we're just going to note that. I'm going to put it off to the side, but this is a lot of powerful energy, a lot of powerful energy wielding going on here for you. Oh, there's another one. Whoa. And it has to do with something that you're like such an expert at this, it's something that you know really well about your own energy and about the energy around you. So let's see, we're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibration of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And we're going to do an old wise tree spread and just check in with your energy and what's going on with you for the next few days here. Okay, Pisces. Show me what I'm working with. Okay, you've got a lot of reversals, which isn't always a bad thing. It's just a powerful thing when there are a bunch. Okay, and what this is telling me is that you're going through kind of a ridiculous transformation, like kind of a big deal. So your big picture is not reversed, and it's a sun card. It is complete illumination, happiness, joyfulness. This is something that you've been wanting to know, or something that you've been needing to uncover about your situation, about yourself, about your life, about your purpose, whatever. It's like something is culminating. I'm even hearing it's coming into a flow. Something is culminating, and you're going to get your answer. So your higher self is talking about heartbreak. I feel like this is heartbreak. This can have to do with the situation, a current situation, but I feel like this heartbreak is something like if you've been depressed or if you've been disappointed, like a pattern of disappointment. This is your outcome. Here we have a reversal, but it's the devil card reversed. It's releasing patterns and themes that don't serve you, not just releasing them, but understanding what they are. You can see the patterns and the themes. Like sometimes we have these patterns and themes that we don't even know what they are. We're just on the cycle of it. We're just on the little wheel of it. This is recognizing what it is and stepping off the wheel. So this thing, I feel like this is a pattern that's gone on for a really long time. And I also feel like you're recognizing that it has a lot to do with somebody else's energy, someone who you grew up with. Or they could be a caretaker, they could be a sibling, they could be a family, they could be a friend of a family, whatever. But it's somebody that, it even could be a family dynamic, but it created a cycle of disappointment, or a cycle of you not being able, you having the idea in your mind that you cannot get what you want, have what you want. And your angels and guides are like, that's coming to a close, because you're going to be celebrating. You are going to be celebrating, Pisces. I'm going to clarify all this too, but let's get around here. Your advice is the Lovers reversed. This is making a choice. This is a choice that is needed, a choice that needs to be made, a choice in love. This can also be the decision to stay separate from someone or something. This is coming from a place of having a commitment, but being distracted from the commitment. This can be a relationship, but it can also be a job. It can be any kind of thing that you've committed to, but you're distracted somehow. You're not putting 100% into the thing that you have committed to for some reason. And we'll get around and clarify that. The heart of the situation is like, there's some kind of tower moment that happened in the past that was the best thing that could have happened. What I'm hearing is like grace and goodbye, or the gift and goodbye. There's some kind of gift in this releasing of energy. Also release the idea that there isn't going to be, I hear terms of reconciliation. So this is in your release. So you've got the Temperance card, the Sagittarius energy. but also it's healing. It's great healing. Release the idea that you're not going to balance this within yourself. And you're talking about having some resistance to, oh, I feel like bringing this person back in or bringing any energy in that does not suit your higher purpose. I also feel like I'm hearing that you're well aware of this, but you're releasing even friends and family that are part, well, I'm even hearing treacherous themes. They're part of your treacherous patterns. You're releasing that. You're not allowing that type of energy into your space right now. Happening now and into the near future, you might need one more swift kick in the booty, because this is like, I'm letting my guard down. I think that's the exact thing that's going to help you get to this place where you're like, well, I let my guard down and I get it now. I get it. I get the pattern. Every time I let my guard down, this is what happens. And I don't feel like that's going to happen forever. It's not like you have to stay guarded always, but it's like, I said this before, but you can trust people to be who they are. And that way you can trust yourself and you can trust them to be who they are. It's more like that. It's more of like an alertness, or, like your antenna are up. You're just aware. There's a neutrality that's coming in with that too. Let's look at this past, present, and future, because I want to get to the present. But here in the past, you might have already done this situation where you let your guard down. You might have already experienced it, because here it's like, I'm cutting this out. I'm cutting this out of my life. And then your present time energy, here we have the Queen of Cups reversed, and then we have the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands. So here you are like, what? I am completely disappointed once again. And here I am persevering. I'm still standing, that whole thing. This is so indigo child type stuff. I'm clearing the path for others to come through. I'm sick of clearing the freaking path. I want to walk down this path now. I don't want to just be clearing it for everyone else. I want to walk down this path that's made for me. That's what I'm hearing. All right, let's do some clarifying. And I'm going to clarify with this deck. There's another one that's lighting up too, but yeah, I want to clarify this Devil reversed, my cross to bear. I feel like this is family. I feel like this has a lot to do. I'm hearing family strength, but what I really feel like that means is you're healing for a lineage. You're recognizing a pattern that perhaps the family or the group dynamic doesn't necessarily realize. I also feel like you're maybe being pigeonholed kind of into a particular dynamic that you've kind of released or grown out of, but anyone else who's still in that grid, they can't recognize it. It's like you have to like go above the grid into a different grid. And you're looking at the whole board below you, but you're on a different board now. So they can't see it, but you can see the big picture. So there's something there. My cross to bear, it's kind of like I'm healing for a lineage. But it's you having to support you rather than others supporting you in this. Not that you don't have support, but it has to be out from outside of that bubble. Let's take a look at the Sun card. I want to get a little clarification here, Pisces. What is this Sun card about? Here's your heart. Wow. So your higher self is talking about all this disappointment, and I'm hearing shame, if you were shamed in that dynamic. But here is all this illumination about what you need to know. This one wants to come out too. Wow. And you've got the knowledge. You finally figured it out. Somehow you figured this out, and you can take yourself out of a situation. I want to look at this. Yeah, I'm hearing drama and damage. I want to look at this. And here we have the crossroad. I feel like sometimes you weren't chosen. Like if something happened, you might have been the scapegoat. if something happened, you might have always been the one who was blamed, or somebody blamed you in a situation. I will say this, both of these cards looks like a third party situation, but it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be, especially with this heart card over here as well. But it's like, I even feel like somebody, like you could have been the straight A student and still the younger brother or sister was chosen and they were the ones who, you know, messed everything up or didn't never get it together or whatever. It's something like that. It's like not being supported, but always being blamed or something. When there was a choice, it was like you weren't chosen, somebody else was over you or something like that. And you're like, whoa, I can shift that. I can change that. You can decide not to choose that energy. You can decide not to choose those people. And here's your advice. Your advice is talking about some kind of letter. This can be a letter, this can be an email, this can be something that you've seen online, but it's a choice that you make based on something that you've read. I'm even hearing somebody's reading energy, but I also see words. So it's a message of some kind. And it might be a message directly to you, but it could also be a message that you weren't necessarily meant to see, or somebody didn't think you were going to see it, but it's not like it was concealed. It seems like it was out there, but you did see it. And then you were like, whoa. And you just kind of put the dots together, put all the pieces together. Yeah. Tweet, tweet, tweet. All the little birdies talking, gossiping, and you hear it. And then you're like, hold on a second. That's not even me. These people don't even know me. That's what it feels like. Let's look at this Tower reverse, this Tower moment that happened in the past. Sometimes for me, that means like gearing up for some kind of Tower moment, but I feel in this case that it was in the past, and it's like that blessing in disguise. Yeah. Again, here are the fish. It's a blessing. This ending, whatever it was, is a blessing. And here's this masculine energy. So it was either this energy ending having to do with a masculine energy, or you being action oriented and ending something. That was the right thing. That was the right decision. I want to look at this Temperance coming in here. Wow. And you get the Sun card again. The balance happens. The balance happens. Right. You're like, I know how to do this. These are the two cards that popped out earlier that were from a completely different deck that wanted to come and say hi. So this is you wielding energy because you've learned how to do this. Okay, I get it. So the blessings in disguise, even though these might have been hard lessons, you figured out energy by having to deal with these hard lessons, by having to wield this and rearrange it and put it in your field in a different way and really transmute it. You figure out how to do that. And it didn't just give you strength, it made you powerful. And the reason why you can be strong and endure a lot, that's what this is. It's enduring. Because you've been upset, you can endure. You've got this strong way about you. The thing is, you don't want to just be strong and endure. What makes you powerful is starting to make decisions with that strength and where you're going to project your energy. That's where the power comes in. The strength happened, and now the power is there. Whew. Dang, Pisces. That was the best message ever. I want to take a look at what this distraction has been. I feel like the distraction has been a lot of different programming that happened when you were younger. Again, like just from, trauma. I don't know if you can hear that siren, but that's interesting that it happened right here. You got a lot of programming from trauma when you were younger that kept you distracted from your power. So it was teaching you how to be strong. But now the distraction is subsiding. The distraction is leaving. So now you're using your power. I want to look at this Queen of Cups reverse. Tell me. Yeah, here's the Three of Cups reversed. This can be, oh, I'm even hearing family ritual. Kind of like, yep, this is what we do every time we get together. This is what's said. This is what's done. You're like, I'm ending that. Woo, in a big way. Here's the tower. You're like not having it anymore, Pisces. All right. Yeah, I want to look at this gentleman. This gentleman seems to be looking at me. He wants to be clarified. Tell me about this gentleman, please. This masculine energy. Oh, snap. He is a sneaky monkey. So here's the sneaky monkey energy, lying, cheating, stealing, that you separated yourself from. And it was a blessing that you did this. I want to know what's going on, happening now and into the near future. So you got this 7 of Wands reversed, kind of like I let my guard down. I feel like that though, it's happening now and into the near future. I feel like it already happened. It may have even happened for some of you a long time ago, but it's still in your field prominently. I let my guard down is what I'm hearing. Okay, so tell me more about this. Tell me more about what's happening now and into the near future. Yeah. And here you go, releasing your struggles, walking away, figuring out how to use your power. Love it. Whoa. And here you have temperance again, figuring out how to balance it, figuring out where to place it, what to do with it, where it goes, how to wield it like a boss. And that full reverse too is saying you already know how. Oh, nothing's wrong with my throat. So your throat chakra, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about using your words. Use your words. You already know how. You already know what the words are. Sing out, Pisces. Tell me about this distraction. There's some things that you want to do that you haven't been doing because you've been distracted about your power. Like basically, yeah, I'm even hearing you're a powerhouse. Just this means more so like where do I wield my energy? And I'm also hearing energy freedom. Freeing yourself from certain things in order to feel at ease, open heart chakra. I feel like some of you are, it's almost like taking a breath and not exhaling completely because you're holding your guard up. But you don't have to do that. You just have to kind of quantumly lift yourself onto the next grid. Just see the big picture. You don't have to play in the same frequency that those old dynamics are still playing in, that are still playing out. You don't have to. You can leave it. You can emotionally and energetically leave that dynamic, that group. Okay, right. And this is also, I was pulling this for clarification on your trajectory. This is recouping all the things that you've been drained, all the resources you've been drained. It's pulling them back together. It's coming back in. Okay, what I want to look at is energy that you don't see coming in the next couple of days, energy that you don't see coming. Pisces. Concern. Main female. House. I want one more. False person. Okay, so when people start realizing that you're pulling out of the dynamic that makes them feel safe with your role not being there, it puts somebody else in that scapegoat role or whatever role that is. So you've got concerns. Somebody's concerned about you, backing away from the household, and they're not concerned about you. They're concerned about themselves. So just know that and just trust them to be who they are. Okay, I want to look at some advice for you, Pisces. And it's time to take action. So this is about you taking your power back. A personal issue reaches resolution. And don't let pride get in your way. I want one more. Here it is. Be bold and make the first move. This is for you, Pisces. This is for you. Okay, that's what I have for you. Let me know how that resonated, and I will do another energy check in the next few days. Love you, Pisces. Bye.